Hi guys, it is Antonio Rico from guitarforme.com. Today we're going to be talking about the 12-bar blues and the blues in general. Now, the blues is a very important style of music for any musician. Why? Because it's been extremely influential in contemporary music. Whether you like it or not, 50% or more of our licks and riff that we do play on guitar come from the blues. Most of the guitar players in contemporary music go back to the blues and learn from there. B.B. King obviously, but not just him. Prince, even John Mayer, even The Edge. Okay, he plays nothing but the blues, but has got a lot of blues influences in a way or another. I've got a series on the blues, so check the link. There should be a playlist with all the videos, and I keep on obviously adding because there is so much to say and so much to learn from the blues. In this lesson we're going to be looking at the 12-bar blues, which is the most common chord structure in the blues. Hundreds and hundreds of songs have been written using this chord progression, not just in blues but even in pop. Now, one thing that we must say about the blues is that the blues doesn't necessarily follow the rules of contemporary music, of our Western music. There are a lot of exceptions that actually become the rule, the norm in the blues. And that's also why it's so peculiar. It's such a peculiar and interesting style of music, and a lot of fun to play on the guitar, let me tell you. All right, so let's have a look at the chords, okay, of this 12-bar blues. Here we're using none less than the 3-chord trick, which is basically the first, the fourth, and the fifth chord in a specific key, which are major. So in a blues in A, we're going to be using A, B, C sharp, D, and E. So A, D, and E. These are the chords: A, D, and E. But obviously there must be something here, okay? And the blues player, he will not just play them as major chords, he will play them, all of them, as dominant chord, so as a 7th chord. So he will play A7, he will play D7, and he will play E7. So A7, D7, E7, all 7 chords. Now, why is that? Why is that so strange? Because if you know a little bit of music theory, you will know that the first and the fourth degree, if you are adding a 7th, should be a major 7. So we should actually have a A major 7 and a D major 7 and then a E7. But it sounds too jazzy. Okay, it's not in the style. You have to go against all the rules, all the harmony theory that you know, and you have to play the dominant chords: A7, D7, and E7. And if you do that, then you play on style. But now the thing is that you don't know exactly in which key you are, because they are all dominant chords. They're all chords that are creating tension, all right? Because that's what is the function of a dominant chord, to create tension. And that is why the key is a little wobbly, okay? It's like, okay, we are in A, but I'm not sure. And once we're going to go and look at the scale, you will see even more strange behaviors that you have to use if you want to play in style. Okay, so for this example, I'm going to be playing this A7, but obviously you can use any shape you know. So it's like our A bar chord, and I'm taking the pinky out. That means that the 3rd string is played here on the 5th fret as well. So that will make it a dominant chord. You can obviously play even a 7 here. It's exactly the same thing. And one reason why I like to use this one is because I can play around the 3rd major and minor. I can do this kind of little tricks, which are quite often used in the style. So basically what I will do is that I will lift my second finger, and once I play the chord, then immediately I hammer on the third major, which is the 6th fret. Okay, it is a very common thing to do in the blues, playing around the third minor and the third major. Okay, then the other shapes that I'm going to be using today are the D7, which is basically like our C7, C with a 7, with a pinky there on the third string, and then we move everything where D is, that's the root now, that's D7, and then E7, we're basically moving the same shape up to E root, and this is now A7. The feel in the blues is also a very peculiar thing. Now, there are different ways of playing the blues. We can obviously play a blues using a straight feel, like a rock and roll or a boogie boogie, where basically we are playing 8 notes, so the beat is divided into 2. It's 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and, okay? It's like pop music. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, the beat is divided into 2 or 4 units that are exactly the same. Okay, and this is something that we can definitely find in blues, but it's not really the most commonly used feel. We've got 2 other fields that are more used, like a 12/8. A 12/8 is where we have basically a triplet inside each beat, so 3 sounds: 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and it's called 12/8 because there are 8 notes in one beat, 4 beats, so it would be 12 8 notes in the bar. All right, and that will sound something like this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Another very important feel is a swing, or also called shuffle feel, where basically what happens is that now the beat is divided into 2 halves, so down and up beat, but the down beat lasts double the up beat. So it's like a bounce. The note on the downbeat bounces and then gets towards the end of the beat to the second sound. So it will sound something like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Okay, so basically what's happening is that it's like we have got still a triplet. Okay, so it's comes a bit from the 12/8, where basically we got these 3 portions of the beat, but now the first sound lasts the first 2 8 notes, and then the second sound will be played on the third movement of the triplet. So it will be ba da 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 ba na. Okay, would be something like that. And obviously we need to be able to play straight 12/8 and learn to play it also swing. Now let's have a look at the chord progression. As I said, is very important to know. If you're gonna go and play at a jam session, guess what? Chances are you are going to be playing at least a couple of these blues. So every guitar player must know the 12-bar blues. And I'm going to show you the the standard 12-bar blues, and obviously there are different variations that one can use as well. But this is where everything starts. All right. So we've got the first degree on the first bar. Okay. Normally we can have the A7 in this case for 4 bars, so 4 bars of A7, Or we can have A7, first bar, then we go to the 4th degree, which is the D7 in the key of A, for the second bar, and then we go back third and fourth bar on the A7. So you've got these two options. Okay, the first 4 bar can be A7 or A, D, A, A. Okay, something like that. So let's play that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. Okay, so these are the first 4 bars. Then we can have, then we're gonna have 2 bars of D and 2 bars of A. And then 1 bar of E, 1 bar of D, 1 bar of A, and then we go to the E. And here we want to create a bit of tension to take us back to the beginning of the turnaround. All right, let's play it together once. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Alright guys, this is it for now. Now, my suggestion is that you must play this turnaround, these chords, so many times in different keys, in different fields, that the sequence of the chords becomes second nature. And then you don't have to think about it anymore. And that will free you from having to think about the chords, and then you can play whatever you like, add better chords, improvise a bit also with a little bit of lead, and that will be a lot of fun. All right, don't forget to check my suggested videos, and please like and share if you are enjoying these lessons and they're helping you become a better guitar player. Ciao.